Personnel company, car 3 mobile.
Mobile clear, firefighter count.
Car 3A. Car 3B. Engine 1 mobile.
Engine 1 mobile loud and clear. Firefighter app.
Engine 1A.
Loud and clear. Firefighter app.
Engine 1B. Engine 1B clear, firefighter welcome. Engine 1C.
Everything's 10-10 here. The dispute was settled. The customer ended up getting into a new Uber. Both parties will be going on their way. 10-18, 10-8. Both of you.
21 hours.
Super. There is again allowed condition in 73rd Street and Roosevelt. It's behind my place. Behind my school. That's correct. Battalion 3, fire investigators are responding to 125 Crooks Ave, Main Street, getting out as you cross. It's going to be on a possible fire.
Oh, we got a possible fire on Crooks Avenue in Patterson. Let's monitor that for a moment. We got a possible fire on Crooks Avenue in Patterson at the moment.
That's going to be 125 Crooks Ave on a possible fire. Main Street, getting out as you cross. Battalion 1's on location, establishing command, investigating.
They're already at the scene and they're investigating.
Battalion 1, you're on location, establishing command, investigating. We advise as per caller, states there's a launch going off and she see a lot of smoke. Battalion 1 received. Looks like it's a two-story ordinary. Alarm sounding. We're checking.
So very first call of the stream is a fire call.
Two-story ordinary. Alarm sounding. Going to investigate.
This one's on Crooks Avenue in Patterson, New Jersey. Welcome all to the stream. Hope everyone's having a great Memorial Day weekend. For the folks that are not going to be able to join the live stream, this video will be available on the channel to watch later in full. Hey Jared, welcome to the stream. We've got a first call, a fire, possible fire on Crooks Avenue in Patterson. We will be monitoring other cities as well.
Ladder 1, what's your route? Ladder 1, we're going over Getty Ave.
How's the volume on the channel? Can you hear the calls pretty clearly?
Receive, thank you.
Welcome everyone to the chat. We're listening to the first call of the live stream, a possible fire on Crooks Avenue. Okay, cool. Hey Titus, welcome to the chat. Jared, welcome to the chat. We've got our first call on the live stream, a fire, a possible fire on Crooks Avenue in Patterson. We're just hanging out on Saturday Night Live in New Jersey. And bring the volume up a little.
Dispatch, Crooks Ave, 3M. This is a stole fire right on arrival. We're checking for a connection. All companies can stage.
All right, that was a stove fire. Those are very common on the fire calls.
Receive. Stole fire. Out on arrival. Checking for extension.
All right, we're going to release the Patterson frequency. It's going to continue scanning along with all the other ones we have. Just to let everyone... Oh,
348, 338, 337. Do you guys copy?
that's parking enforcement in New York. We're going to hit menu here. I want to show you guys what we have scanning. And select database to monitor. We're using the multiple lists. So we have... I'm sure you heard the siren in the background. We have Patterson, Elmwood Park, Essex County, and Garfield. We have Fort Lee, Jersey City, Boonton, New York, Ringwood, North Bergen, Wyckoff, Prospect Park, Wayne, Irvington, East Orange, Bloomingdale, Passaic, Teaneck, Orange, Maywood, Cliffside Park, Hackensack, Fairlawn, Carlstadt, Little Ferry, and Clifton. Some of these don't have police departments in them because they are what's the word I'm looking for? They're encrypted, but a lot of these have the fire department in them. Let's go back to accept. We always have to do that anytime we check the list, and then it's going to load all those lists, all those cities that we have, and then we're going to listen. There's 51 channels. It's a huge lineup. That's Queens EMS. I want to welcome everyone to the chat. I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day weekend. I don't expect too many people to join us. A lot of people are down the shore or on holiday. The new SNL host live from New Jersey. It's Saturday night. There's Hackensack Police showing up early on. What is it? 8 minutes into the stream. 7 minutes into the stream. There we go. Let me see. Let me do it again. There we go. 8:07. Ooh, fire investigator. It was a stove. Yeah, it's a stove fire. No need to investigate. Somebody left their ham and eggs on too early. Too long, I should say. Someone had mentioned that the Patterson frequency... Someone had mentioned that the Patterson frequency was encrypted, but I did get some activity on that channel throughout the week. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see if Patterson Fire and Patterson EMS becomes active here in a moment. Let's release this channel. We can get the rest of the counties on board here. Anything pops off, we're going to hear it. Live from New Jersey, it's Saturday night. I anticipate going till about 9. We may go a little bit longer. There's Hackensack Police. Let's stop Hackensack there for a moment, see what pops off. Hackensack is a channel that I just added to the scanner. Throughout the week, I'll listen to the scanner. I'll listen to the full database, and as agencies' broadcasts come in, I'll lock them in to a list, and then we'll have that list playing here on the channel. Okay, Hackensack is a little bit quiet. Let's release that and let the whole thing scan and see what's going on. One of the things I like doing is listening to what's going on around the metropolitan area at night. Hackensack Police is a little bit low. And can you guys read the text on the scanner on your screens? They look okay on my screen. on my app here, it says that I'm transmitting at 30 feet per second. Is that FPS? Thanks, Jared. 6,000 kilobytes per second at 80%. I think that's the battery of the phone, 80%.
Sorry about that.
30 FPS. Frames per second, not feet. 30 frames, 30 feet. 30 frames, 29 frames per second. When it goes down, I wonder if that's good or bad. All right, it's very slow. So, ooh, Orange is in the house. Let's lock that in. See what.
97 ending miles 288 again. 97 ending miles 288.
Let's see if anything goes on with Orange.
2011.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange, you glad you joined the live stream? Ba-dum, psh. Can't go wrong with a horrible dad joke there. A horrible knock, knock joke. Let me see if I can zoom in a tad. There you go. I hope that's better. I like symmetry, so I'm going to try to square off, make sure everything is framed properly. That should be a little better. Nothing is happening in Orange right now.
20.
Maybe a little more. Is that the most I can zoom in? Ooh, too much.
I'm 98 back in service.
You guys are almost inside the device. I'm zoomed in so much. You're inside the device. I kill me. All right, we'll leave it like that for now. All right, nothing is happening in Orange. Let's go back and check out the other things, other cities going on here. So I always hang out on Saturdays after all the errands are done.
369 just running to the hospital with the victim. 368 will be on 88 with that party. I'll be following you.
I'm trying to straighten up the camera. I want it to look perfect. Perfect. Someone's going to the hospital. The police is going to the hospital in Hackensack with a victim. Ooh, Fort Lee in the house. Oh, they're breaking up badly.
357, roll back over there. Hey, firm 1016. 297, 1016.
Maybe I can square it off this way. There we go.
Alright, Council,
I think that's good. It's good. It's good.
Contact. He's ignoring my voice.
Straighten out the. I like it to be framed perfectly.
357 is they're heading towards Linwood from Fletcher. I can receive. Alright, I'm speaking to him at the corner.
All right, let's release. Can't really tell what's going on in Fort Lee. If I hear any transmissions where there might be something going on, I'll lock it in for a moment.
Tenant cooking. It was checked with imaging camera. Negative. Tenants were advised. Command terminated.
That's the fire call on Crooks Avenue in Patterson. It was unattended cooking. They used a heat camera to make sure there was no extension in the walls. And everything seems to be okay so far at 8:14. The time is 8:14 p.m. here in Eastern Time. A lot of New York frequencies come in kind of scratchy. Once again, guys, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for joining. I hope everyone is having a good Memorial Day. I don't anticipate too many people hanging out with us. There's some folks probably down the shore taking a 3-day weekend.
Linwood and Fletcher. Across from Gallup Park.
something's going on. Let's see what's happening in Fort Lee. If there's any cities within 15 to 20 miles from Paterson, New Jersey that you guys would like to listen to, let me know in chat, and I'll see if those cities broadcast strong enough so that we can hear it from here. I know a lot of you are not close to New Jersey. Ooh. Are they code red? Are they? I hear the sirens in the background as they transmit. I love sharing a hobby with people. This hobby is dying out. Not many people. The only folks that I know of that are still listen to a scanner are first responders. When they're off, they like to have a scanner on in the house to listen to what's going on. But not many civilians are scanner enthusiasts. Enthusiasts? Why did I say enthusiasts? Enthusiasts. It's been a long day. I have to enunciate. All right, let's get out of that. I do have the mute button at the ready in case I sometimes some personal information gets through, but I always try my best to mute it before that happens. Again, anything that's listenable, if that's a word, anything that you can listen to on a scanner is considered public. It's public. So there's no expectation of privacy when it comes to that kind of stuff, especially if it's through the airwaves, which can be accessible to anyone, and it's quite legal. But I still try to protect as much privacy as I can on these live streams. That's an EMS Queens dispatch. I'm considering turning off the New York list only because they're very low. I don't think you can hear them. Cliffside Park in the house. Let's listen to them for a few minutes. I also programmed SPEN into this scanner. And SPEN is basically an interagency channel used by all the police departments when there's things that they want to broadcast to the surrounding towns. So if anything pops off that an agency either is a pursuit or they're looking for a suspect that's in a vehicle somewhere, they will broadcast that on SPEN. I hope some of you guys are enjoying the baseball games I'm uploading for the 2000 Mets. They're in the World Series. I don't know if I should have said that, though, because that's not, it still has not been broadcast, but I have played 6 episodes, and they have won the series. I just spoiled it for everybody, but at least you know what's happening. And the Mets are in the World Series, but they're not playing the Yankees, though, like they did in real life in 2000. But that is something I'm thinking of continuing, as long as there's still interest on the channel for those baseball games on the odd number days. Let me know in chat if you are a baseball fan and if you're enjoying those baseball games as well on the channel. It depends on how the interest goes, if I'll continue it or not. But for now, we're gonna, every odd number day, you will have a baseball game on the channel. All right, Cliffside Park seems to have slowed down, so we'll allow some of these other agencies a chance to broadcast. Want to welcome everyone to the live stream. I hope everyone is having a great Memorial Day. I will keep repeating this because there are new people that jump in. And we are monitoring the police, EMS, and fire on Saturday night. So live from New Jersey, it's Saturday night. I never get tired of saying that. Thank you, Titus Ryder. I really appreciate that. And I will continue doing it as long as I have the time. There are times where I'll be away on the weekend or taking care of important stuff that I won't be able to do the live stream. But every Saturday I listen to the scanner, and I enjoy sharing that with the subscribers. It gives me a chance to interact with you guys in real time as opposed to a YouTube video. EMS Queens is pretty busy. The west part of Queens. I wonder if the west part of Queens is where City Field is. I think so. I really do, yeah. So if something happens at City Field, we might listen to it here if it's involving EMS. So far, it's a quiet Saturday night in the Northeast area. It's raining up here, so that's going to have a lot to do with it. And it's Memorial Day weekend. People are out having fun. I tend to feel that Memorial Day weekend should really be about reflecting on our fallen warriors. I just can't get, and this is me, and anyone that wants to have a good time this weekend it's certainly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a 3-day weekend. I always think about families who lost their loved ones in the military, and for some reason I will go, and I do have a barbecue at my son's place tomorrow. And have some hot dogs, and they're going to be listening to live music out on the lake, so that's going to be a fun time. But always in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking about families who lost some loved ones in wars and stuff like that. It's not like the 4th of July where we can go hog wild, go crazy, go nuts, go berserk. And Labor Day too. Labor Day is a good one. But for me, it's like Memorial Day is more low key, remembrance and things like that. I always have this feeling that when I think of someone that's gone into the military, I always have this feeling that I get to live this very comfortable life, good job, comfortable job, enjoy making YouTube videos. And, when these guys suit up and go abroad or they sign up and put on the uniform, they're telling our enemies, you want to get to that guy doing YouTube videos and working that job he's got. If you want to get to him, you got to get through me first. And that's how I feel about our military and the men and women that are serving. They're over there making sure that our enemies don't get to me here, So I will always be appreciative of our military for that reason. Jared, thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna actually be at the lake tomorrow. He's a member of a country club, and they have a Memorial Day barbecue that they're going to have. I think they're going to it's going to be done on Monday, but I have to do something else on Monday. So they're still having a day at the lake on Sunday. Oh, there's Fort Lee. Okay, now I got quiet, which is a good thing, right? Oh, parking enforcement. I was listening to that the other day, the parking enforcement channel. On that parking enforcement in New York, I think the person was ticketing a car and towing the car, and there was something happened where the owner of the car came out and started giving him a hard time, and they almost got into a fight, and he had to call for reinforcements. Because those are police officers. They're not what people used to call meter maids. Hackensack. The Saturday Night Scanner Club. I'm over here making up group names. The Saturday Night Scanner Club. I mean, a scanner hobby used to be very big back in the day. There were people who would have what we in the hobby call listening posts in their homes.
112, I'm not, sir.
And I had one. I had a listening post back in the day, and it involved having a scanner, a CB radio, a ham radio, and you used to it's your listening post. You used to sit down in the corner and just monitor the world. Let's see, Titus, you are writing. You've transported me to another time in the very least. Some dozens of muscles queued up in the midpoint of Brookdale Park. Most of the cars were seen. System on Channel 9. You know what else, Titus? In Clifton, they have a road called Color Road. Kuller, and they used to call it Killer Road because they used to do the drag racing on that road in Clifton. Yeah, those were the days, Titus. Now all the cars look the same.
24 out in the area investigating.
Teaneck Fire Department investigating a fire. Let's see what's going on there. I'm so nosy. We'll give fire dispatch and Teaneck a few seconds here to see if anything pops off. The other thing I like to do too on Friday nights, Ramsey County Sheriff Department, they live stream their patrols on Friday night, and it's the sheriff himself, and sometimes he'll hand off the camera to some of his deputies, and they transmit, I want to say 9 p.m. Minnesota time, but it's 10 p.m. here on YouTube. So if you're interested in checking them out, you can follow Live on Patrol. Remember that if you do that, there's 2 Live on Patrols on YouTube. One of them is what they call a stringer. They're private citizens that drive around, and with the scanner, they're like journalists. But if you want to actually choose the sheriff's channel, it's the one with the sheriff's badge. And you'll see that there. It's the one with the sheriff's badge. It's Live on Patrol. Those are long. They go like 3 hours, 4 hours. They patrol from like 10 p.m. our time till about 2 in the morning our time. I don't always get a chance to watch them live, but their videos will be recorded and saved on their channel, and you can watch them anytime during the week. Yeah, that's right, Titus. That's the one. Okay, so fire dispatch. Couldn't really make out what was happening over there in Teaneck. Oh, there's Patterson Police Dispatch. I'm going to keep that there for a moment just to see if we get any type of transmission on this frequency. Because I was told that they had gone encrypted. Hey Alice, welcome to the stream. It's live from New Jersey. It's Saturday night. Sorry, Alice. I like doing that on the channel. Alice, I was telling the guys that on Saturdays, normally after all the errands are done and we're watching something on TV, I usually have the scanner on anyway. And I figured what better idea than to share the hobby with the subscribers of the channel. And it's just something I've always done for many years. I never mentioned it much on the channel, and it's just a hobby that I've always had. I tell people I'm community minded when I'm really just nosy. Alice, I hope everything's going great. I hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. It is raining up here. I am hoping to get something from this frequency here in Patterson. I did get some broadcasts, some activity where dispatch did send a car somewhere on this channel. So I'm hoping something like that can occur here on the channel, or on the live, I should say. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Patterson on and just keep the fire and the EMS and see if anything happens here in Patterson in the next few minutes. I was planning, or I am planning to do a 1 hour show here tonight. It may go longer though. Not the most exciting time here on the channel, but you know, it's actually a good thing when first responders are not having to respond to emergency situations. That means people are safe and nothing bad is going on. So in a way, a boring scanner is a good scanner. It's a good thing. So do you guys have plans for Memorial Day, or it's just going to be a day of rest and reflection, which is usually what I normally do. I just do a barbecue with my son on Sunday and then another barbecue on Monday, but always with the outlook that we are so appreciative of men and women that have given their lives, you know, in the service of our country. And a lot of families are grieving on these particular this particular weekend, remembering their loved ones. Yeah, same here, Jared. Just a day to rest and just reflect on the fact that we don't have enemies that can kidnap us in the middle of the night and shoot us in a firing squad. And we're pretty much safe from that kind of stuff. And that's because of these men and women that put on the uniform and say, if you want to get to those folks over there, you got to get through me first. Titus 10-4, over and out. Yeah, having listening posts back in the day was really a lot of fun. You know, you get home, you get all your errands done, you sit down at your listening post, you got your ham radio, your CB radio, your scanner. All right, let's turn off Patterson for now. Or not turn it off, but just have it part of the scanning group here.
All right, we're on scene. There's actually
Got Passaic.
ambulatory appears to put St. Clair's on scene.
Let me turn on the volume on Passaic a little bit.
Receive 2034.
I believe Passaic police is encrypted. I just added Passaic Fire to the lineup. Let me straighten out the scanner a little bit. I feel like when it's a little bit tilted, I don't have OCD, but I do like things to look symmetrical. You can see the little 4 dots there. That's just letting you know that the scanner is scanning. Very quiet so far. Let's turn that off.
Maryland registration.
Oh, Orange is in the house. Orange, you glad you're scanning today? Ba-dum, psh. All right, I did that joke already.
Receive Washington Boulevard Command. Holding engine 6 at box 235.
Jersey City Fireground. Usually that's fire apparatus. Truck to truck, they can talk to each other. Wonder if Jersey City's police department is encrypted. Let me see if anything comes in for Jersey City. It was, Titus. It was really a great time. You know, in those days, the household can have a one-party income and afford rent and mortgage. Now that's impossible. You got to have 4 people. You got to have 4 incomes in order to afford rent and mortgage now. The music also was really good back then as well. I don't. It's funny because I do listen to a lot of the classic rock. I listen to Metallica, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, and those guys, and I don't recognize modern bands of that genre anymore. I mean, even in the 90s, when you had the grunge rock and the progressive rock, I think that was like the last of it, really. I think. I could be wrong. I mean, if there's any young people that can, tell me different of the modern stuff, but generations, we always have that, right? Our music was always better, right? And then as we got older, we started mocking the younger music. But then those younger folks saying, our music is the best. So, and it's funny because I love all the genres. I think I go way back. I love, this is going to sound crazy, but if you listen to my playlist, you would have no idea who I was. I listened to everything from classic rock, classic soft rock. Don't judge me. People like Barry Manilow and those soft rock folks. Kenny Rogers, a lot of the country stuff with Mel Tillis, George Strait, all those folks. I listen to Spanish music, hip hop, you name it, I listen to it. I even have some classic rock some classical music in my playlist. I have Chopin. Who else do I got on there? Just all the classics. I love listening to Vivaldi. Oh no, Alice, you're having bad weather. Hey Eric, welcome to the stream, partner. We're just hanging out, listening to Jersey City's quietness. Alice, you guys have a lot of wind? All right, let me turn off Jersey City. Oh, Wyckoff in the house. Let's see what Wyckoff's doing, what's happening over there. Yeah, we're having rain over here as well. Okay, Wyckoff decided to not cooperate with us, so we'll put them back in the scanner rotation. Orange is back. Orange has been active for a bit here. I'm still wondering.
Ladder 3, we're out on location, establishing command, investigating a reported CO detector.
Oh, CO detector.
Receive ladder 3, you're on location. Establishing command.
Alice, I hope everything stays okay over there by you.
You're at 2040.
Alice, if your power goes out, do you have some battery backups?
Electrical condition, timing 2041.
East Orange in the house. That's our first. That's the first time East Orange shows up tonight. All right, good, Alice. That's very important. I have several jackeries. I don't know if anyone doesn't know what those are. They're battery packs and they're solar recharging, and you can get really big ones and really little ones. I got multiples. I got a small one for like day-to-day stuff, and then I have a big one. And the cool part about a jackery is you can have it recharging as you're using it. So if the power goes out, what I do when there's a lot of a storm with rain, I have my lamps plugged into the jackery, and then I have the jackery plugged into house power. So if the light goes out, if the power goes out, the lamp will continue working off the jackery. Gina has not jumped on yet, Eric. She's been, her and Alice have been, and Titus too. You guys have been on the subscribers for a very long time. Eric, I think you have too, if I remember correctly. But yeah, she's not here yet. Okay, East Orange, it is quiet. All right, let's go back. East Orange is back. They make an appearance and then they leave. They're called jackeries, Jackery, battery packs. If you go to Amazon and search it, you'll see them. Let me see. I'm just gonna see if this is my small one. Let me see if I can show it. Oh no, it's huge. No, you can't. No, it's too big. I can't show it. Oh, the Knicks are winning. Nice. I'm gonna have to put them on and listen. Let me fix this here for a moment. I like symmetry.
49 Adam.
Let me know what you think about them. They're really, really good. Very easy. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. We're gonna move the scanner for a minute, and we're gonna zoom out. I want you guys to see it and see if something you guys would like to get.
Right now, there was no altercation.
There you go. This is the jackery. So it's got two plugs here, and it's got a the 110 AC right there, and then this right here, you plug in a solar panel, which will charge this, and then you can have this charging, and you can have I have my lamp plugged in here, so that and I leave this on right here. See, I hit that display button. So this is my small one. I use this for like my cell phones, but I have another really big one that I use for like laptops. I got a camping freezer, so if something goes down, Like I can put some stuff in that freezer and keep it charged up with the sun.
EMS 1 is transport 1 to St. Joe's Patterson.
So these are really good. This is like $200, but it's so comforting to have these in the house. Let me move this out of the way and put back the scanner, which is the star of the show. Let's go back. There we go. Let's zoom in. Some maximum zoomage. There we go. See, you never know what you get. You never know what you're going to get in these live streams. Oh, Patterson in the house.
Apartment,
Thanks,
floor
Titus.
below and floor above have been checked. Readings are all 0. Tenants have been advised. Building representative has been advised.
What's so cool about these batteries too is that they're very easy to recharge. You can get the solar panel and the battery, and then you can just put. That's loud. See? Oh, that's Fort Lee. You can put the solar panel. Like I live on a 2nd floor, so in the kitchen, the porch of the 1st floor extends out, so I have a little bit of a roof off of my kitchen window, and I'll put the solar panel out there, and then I'll have the wire, inside going into the house, plugged into the jackery, and it recharges it, so you don't have to even use your own electricity. So anytime there's a threat, let me get in a little bit closer. Anytime there's a threat of a power outage, I have these things ready. If I remember correctly, I think a couple of days ago, we had a lot of wind with potential power outages, and I did have the jackeries plugged into the house power with the lamps plugged into the jackery. So it's kind of like a surge protector. If the power goes out, the lights will stay on. But they're really a nice investment, especially if you live in areas where there's always either hurricanes or in the Midwest with tornadoes. Eric, what's the standings right now with the Knicks? Are they leading 1-0 in their series? See, that's the beauty of listening to this. This type of live stream is cool because you can listen to it. You don't have to watch the screen. You can watch a Knick game. You can watch a baseball game, and you can still enjoy the live stream while you're. Oh, we're up 2-0. Nice. And you can do both. You can do several activities at once. You don't need to be tied down. You're not actually watching a video per se. Ever since watching Love on the Spectrum, they're in Cleveland. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I agree, Alice. The weather is unpredictable. I know my son tells me 1 minute it could be raining hard in Florida, and the next minute it's sunny. Yeah, ever since I've watched the latest season of Love on the Spectrum, I keep saying per se. There was that one person in that show kept saying per se, and now I'm stuck saying it. I'm always saying it per se. I'm going to step out from the studio and for a moment. I want to see if Mrs. Cardona needs anything.
Dispatch. Can you start me ALS for a 15-year-old altered mental status?
Precinct. and start us on a 101.
4-7. Check, set.
All right, I'm back. I heard sirens out there, so I'm gonna, hopefully something in Patterson comes up. Titus, yeah, there have been some major incidents. Let me see what's going on. That's what I heard the ambulance in Patterson.
EMS 6 on location.
Let's see what's happening in Patterson. One of the biggest incident I ever had was back in the 80s. I was at work. I had the scanner on. I was doing security for a place in North Bergen, and there was was it a helicopter crash or was it the train derailment? There was two big ones when I used to work. And there's multiple sirens I hear in Patterson, so we're gonna keep everything in Patterson going for now. I don't know. Can you guys hear it? Let me know if you hear the sirens. It's very faint. All right, it's dying there. It's going. It sounds like they're driving away from where I am. All right, it's very faint now. But the biggest incidents I had was that I listened to was a helicopter had gone down in North Bergen in a park and ride, if I remember. And then the other one was a train derailment in North Bergen. And in the train derailment one, I remember it was on the news.
Dispatch EMS 2.
Uh-oh.
Go for 2.
2, respond Union and Richmond. That's Union and Richmond Avenue for pedestrian truck. File of 16077.
Oh boy.
2053.
Union and Richmond. That's a residential area, kind of. So hopefully car wasn't going too fast. But during that train derailment, the news was reporting on it. But what they didn't know, and what we knew listening to the scanners, there were 2 fatalities on there. And I remember thinking that the people don't know about this yet. And that was one of the bigger ones. And of course, during 9/11, I was working at Markel Paper. And of course, I had my scanner. And the scanner was going, I mean, nonstop. The New York frequencies were nonstop.
Dispatch ALS 704 going to Park Ave.
Video recording was not a big thing back then.
704. Go to Park Avenue.
And I would have loved to have documented it. Not for what's the word I'm looking for? Not to exploit people's very bad days, but just to document the history and to listen to those radio calls. I mean, you can still hear them on YouTube. I mean, there's some channels that have them, but those were the really bad ones, and a couple of serious ones where a police, like the state police at the time, I was listening to a trunked system where you can follow the state police, and they responded to an accident on Route 80, and a trooper was calling for a pronouncement. Or no, it wasn't the trooper, it was the EMS from the city that responded, and they were talking about the vitals, you know, the BP, breathing, all that. And the one ambulance driver, the EMS, was saying that there's one more passenger, no pulse, no breathing, and basically just needed a doctor for a pronouncement. So that was the saddest one. Anytime you see or you hear a CPR in progress, you know, it always makes you stop and think, especially from the EMS channels. So I think the sirens I was hearing was ambulance headed to either a scene or to the hospital. One thing I did get to hear live, which was pretty cool, when a police officer retires and they do that final call to sign off, I did get to hear that, and that was pretty cool. Oh, that's good to hear, Eric. Yeah, 9/11 was a tough day. A couple of celebrities also survived because of they got delayed getting to the airport. I think Mark Wahlberg was one of them. I forget who the other one was. That's cool, Alice. Your brother was a police officer in Patterson. That's great. Is he still with you? Is he still alive?
EMS 3 dispatch, you have an ETA on ALS going to Park Ave?
All right, so advanced life support going to Park Avenue. That means they have a serious victim there. I say victim, it could be just a regular medical emergency.
EMS 3, you copy? 3 minutes?
EMS 3 dispatch, you could disregard ALS coming to scene.
Okay, good. They disregarded advanced life support.
Receive EMS 3, you're disregarding ALS 704 to Park Avenue. 704 copy?
3 is dispatch, I did not disregard them. I just have eyes on them. They're on location.
Oh, he didn't disregard.
Alright, was that
For the dispatch, that was EMS 2 disregarded ALS.
Oh, okay, EMS dispatch. Okay, see, that's where the confusion. There's several EMS people out
We're stepping
there.
on each other. What unit needs ALS canceled?
EMS 2.
EMS 2 to dispatch, you can cancel ALS to the scene.
Okay, 2. ALS 701, you may stand down for Union and Richmond.
That's good. That's where the guy got hit on Union and Richmond, so no advanced life support.
Cancellation, thank you.
That's a good sign. One thing I did hear, and of course I'm not going to divulge any personal information on this. Those of us in the scanner hobby, we respect people's privacy, but I did hear when Channel 2 Patterson called in a license plate and a driver's license, and it was somebody that I knew. He said the driver's license and the name and date of birth, and it was somebody that I knew. I thought that was pretty cool. I called him the next day and said, hey, I heard you on the scanner getting pulled over. Oh, sorry to hear that, Alice. Wow, it's very recent. Wow, 4 months ago. So very sorry for your loss. The police officers do a very great job, you know, in our communities. And I don't know if I've ever told this story, but back when I was like 8 years old, my mom, my brother and I were in the bedroom sleeping. It was a weekend night, and my dad was out playing with his friends, playing pool. And there was, my mom was hysterical, waking us up, telling us that there's someone in the basement. We need to leave. We got to call 911. Or at that time, we used to call the, we used to have to dial the operator. And we lived on a corner so you can see the backyard from the sidewalk. So she grabs us. She's hysterical. There's somebody in the basement. She's crying. We're dialing 0, calling the police. And we go outside, and I remember a car responds. There was 2 police officers. And I'll never forget this. I was 8 years old. I thought we were going to die because it was, at 8 years old, when you hear somebody's in the basement, you're thinking boogeyman, right? So these guys, they go into the backyard. The one guy opens those doors to the basement that were slanted. I forget what they're called, but you have to open them with 2 hands because there's like 2 swinging doors you have to open to get down there. One of the cops opens the door with his hand, with one hand. The other hand, he has his, I'll never forget it. It was a revolver. It wasn't even a automatic at that time. And he tells his partner to go down. His partner has a flashlight and a gun, and he walks down into that dark basement where there are monsters. And at that point, in my 8-year-old brain, those 2 men that are going down into that dark basement, to me, they're a lot more heroic than the comic books that I've been reading. So, and then they came up laughing, they were cracking up. Apparently, it was my dad who had snuck into the house, didn't want to wake anybody up. And when they had him on gunpoint, he peed on himself. So the cops started cracking up, coming up the stairs. But from that moment, the only thing I could think of when I came across a police officer was that I was safe. That's it. That was the word that came to mind, safety. And I think that's one of the reasons that I've always been a fan of law enforcement for what they do. And I know they get a bad rap, and some of it is well deserved. The 2% that should never wear a badge.
96 North 6th, first floor. Cross of Clinton and Jefferson, domestic assault. PD being dispatched now.
We got a domestic assault.
Male there has bruises and scratches.
Oh.
File is 16079.
A domestic assault, and the male it's the male that's getting hurt.
I'm sorry, 2102.
Yeah, Alice, it was scary, but once we found out it was my dad, he didn't want to wake anybody up. Hey Sean, welcome to the stream, man. Eric, if I can remember, at 8 years old, I don't think she was very happy. She was thanking the officers, but she remembers I remember her crying and going over and I don't think, at first I think she went over and grabbed him and hugged him and everything. And then later on, I believe the next day she didn't talk to him. But she was just happy. We were all just happy that it was not a intruder in the basement. And from that moment on, an 8-year-old kid, anytime I saw a police officer driving by or in the area, the only thing that comes to my mind was the word safe. That's it. I was safe. Hey, Sean, let me see. Let me just say this real quick. Live from New Jersey, it's Saturday night. I've been saying that on and off on the stream. We're just listening to first responders. We just had a domestic assault being dispatched by the ambulance, and the male is the one that has bruises. The lady said, "I'm not having it. You're not messing with me, pal." Eric, it's funny how you don't remember like the little details, right? Like I'll never. The only thing I can remember from then, when I was 8 years old, was she ran over and hugged him, and then started yelling at him, and the cops were like, "There's nothing left to do here but go." But you could tell they were cracking up. My poor dad peed himself. Hey, I would too if I was at gunpoint in a dark basement with a flashlight in my face and 2 big cops, with guns pointed at me. But I never saw police officers as anything other than people that are there to protect us. That's how I saw them from a very young age. And I know other people's experiences are not the same, so I won't begrudge them their opinions. if they didn't have good experiences with police officers. But it's a thankless job for sure. She might have. She might have, Eric.
Dispatch EMS2 transport 1 to St. Joe's Patterson.
Oh, they're transporting one to St. Joe's. It's probably that dude. That dude probably got beat up by his wife. He tried to act all macho, trying to act like he runs everything. She said, nope. I just hope he's okay. I shouldn't be laughing at other people's misery. Yeah, definitely understand that, Alice. They go to domestic violence. The man's beating up on the woman. And the woman doesn't want to press charges. And sometimes when they're arresting the husband, the woman wants to fight the cops too.
What's your message, please?
So the poor cop can't win. The man hates the cop for locking him up. And the woman hates the cop for locking up her husband that just beat her up.
Received. Regular Joseph, family member at ALS released at 2106.
And while I'm chuckling at this, I do know that domestic violence is very serious. But yeah, it's very tough for police officers on the domestic violence calls, and they can be very dangerous. Wow, Sean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, us neither. We never had a break-in. Never. In all the years that I've lived in Patterson. You know, knock on wood. Hold on. There we go. I just knocked on wood. I hope somebody doesn't think there was somebody knocking on the door when I did that. Yeah, Alice, I feel bad for the officers. It's like everyone's mad at them. Even when people get pulled over, the first thing they hear is, "Why are you out there catching real criminals?" And the funny part is, and this is what civilians don't realize, when a police officer pulls you over, just keep this in mind, a lot of crimes are solved when police officers pull over people, because criminals who don't respect the laws will also not respect the driving laws. So when police officers are pulling cars over, just keep this in mind. They really don't care about these offenses that we might do. They don't care if we're speeding 10, 20 miles over the limit or 20, 30 miles over the limit. They don't care if you have a light out. They don't care if you made a right-hand turn, you didn't stop at the stop sign. Most of the police officers on the job right now, when they pull a car over, it's really with the intention of solving. You never know that person that they're pulling over is someone who's wanted, someone is wanted for murder. Who was that guy in New York, the Son of Sam killer? He got caught because a police officer checked the car. So yeah, police officers, actually the ones that I talk to, they hate pulling cars over. It's one of their least favorite things they do. But they do know that a lot of cases are solved that way. That's right, Ambrose, Sam Berkowitz. Yep. So in a way, police officers are looking for dangerous criminals when they pull cars over, because they don't know who we are. Oh, Sean, your daughter's a chef. Oh, God bless her, in North Carolina. God bless her. It's one of the toughest jobs to do now in this day and age. All right, let's take Peru, Jersey City in the house. Hey, Sean, also, God bless you as well, because you're also living through the fear, of having your daughter doing such a job. And it's not easy on the parents. Ooh, no. Oh, man, the transmission got cut off right when they said the reason for North Bergen. My son took the police exam for Clifton, and I remember, Sean, how worried I was, how he would change his mind and not do that job. Thankfully, he did. But yeah, Sean, God bless you for supporting your daughter, praying for her safety every day. And this is what people who don't have police officers in the family, they don't realize, you know, the fear and the lack of sleep sometimes. But it's good to know that by the time they're in uniform and they're out there patrolling, they receive the best training they could possibly receive. And that's something that I was thinking about with my son, that at least he's going to get trained as much as possible, and that he'll be ready. And that if he wouldn't be ready to be out there in that environment, that the powers that be wouldn't let him graduate. So that was my thought process, but it's scary. Oop, we got a damaged vehicle in orange.
Let me see what else he hit.
Oh, so they have somebody stopped in orange, and they hit parked car, I think. See, orange, you glad you're not in orange? Oh, that was bad. That was a bad joke. Yeah, Sean, I definitely understand. It could be terrifying. That's right, Sean. If you ever get a chance to talk to her, let her know that the Fred Scriber community is behind her 100%, and we will be praying for her every day. Every time I lock in a frequency, they decide to be quiet. That's not nice. Yeah, let me not say that, because like I said earlier, you know, when the channel is quiet, it's a good thing. Hey, Sean, I see the EMT logo on your chat there. Are you an EMT as well?
Adam Nora, 4540, North Carolina.
Hey, they just mentioned North Carolina here. There was a car out of North Carolina, I think, in one of their calls. I remember when I drove up from Florida years ago, I got pulled over by a North Carolina trooper. Oh no, I didn't get pulled over. What happened was my car died. That's right, my car died. I had a Taurus. I was on 95, and my car just died, and it was parked over to the shoulder on 95. And I remember getting pulled. The North Carolina trooper pulled up behind us. And I remember he was asking us for our IDs, and all I was thinking of is, I love the Southern accent. I really like the Southern accent, and I just wanted to keep talking to him just to hear him talk. So I told him that I called the car rental company, and they're going to be bringing another car for us. So, you know, he asked us if we wanted him to stay, you know, with his lights on, just to, you know, keep us safe. And I told him we should be good, because we were way off. Like, there were some spots in 95 that you have your shoulder, but you also have like a really large grassy area. I was able to drive onto that grassy area as the car was dying, and like go real deep in, like be kind of really far away from the roadway. So I felt kind of safe. And I told him, thank you, no, but we'll be okay. They're on their way. But I just kept remembering. I just wanted him to keep on talking just to hear his southern accent. That was pretty cool. Wow, Sean from 1988. God bless you, brother. Titus, knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange, you're supposed to be on a Progressive insurance commercial. And just like that, you have Orange on there. That was great timing. Orange is kind of busy. I'm not going to lie.
2011 Nissan Century, color black, 3/2027, out of West Orange.
Yeah, they pulled a car over. Someone's out of West Orange. See, when these guys pull these cars over, they never know. They could be stopping a drug runner, narcotics, somebody who's wanted for murder. I mean, you just never know when you pull a car over. All right, let's let that roll for a while. There's the parking enforcement officers again. I would imagine they would be really busy during the day.
Response to 7412 second half. Caller's going to be in a blue Honda Pilot. He wants to report a female party that pushed him down a flight of stairs, and he wants to press charges. I'm trying to get him back in the line, but he's not answering.
Whoa, somebody pushed somebody down the stairs? Dang, you must have done something really bad if someone you know want to push you down the stairs. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep North Bergen on just for a second to see if there's any updates on that person getting pushed down the stairs. Maybe he just needed some help getting downstairs. A lot of times, especially nowadays, when this stuff happens, a lot of the communication is done on cell phones. Back in the day when there were no cell phones, you used to get a lot more communication going back and forth on the radio frequencies. All right, let's take off that. They decided to go quiet.
Well, as soon as you're going to go 1018,
Fort Lee showing up here for a moment. This channel here that just stopped was the one where last week there was a 5-year-old boy missing out of Branch Brook Park in Newark. Yeah, Sean, I remember that. I remember I interviewed with Mayor Graves when I was applying for the Patterson police officer job. He went down like a slinky, Titus. A slinky, it's such a wonderful toy. Remember the commercial? A slinky, it's fun for a girl and a boy. core memory unlocked with that Slinky joke. Hey, Ambrose, I remember that. I thought I had a defective Slinky. Hey, Sean, I miss those days too. Oh, that 154.145 is also North Bergen fire, so that's pretty cool. Sean, I remember I had the Evel Knievel motorcycle, and you would wind him up and he would jump. I also remember the Tyco racing cars back in the 70s.
David, go ahead. David, unavailable facility. 10-4, unavailable 4401.
They were, Alice. They sure were.
079.
All right, 60-54 at halftime. Let's go, Knicks. Being a Mets fan, I don't really relate to playoff sports. You're right, Sean. I remember my parents bought me a wiffle ball and a bat, and we used to have like 3 hours of kid baseball.
Vehicle 13. 3B and vehicle 13. Respond over to Harris 73 and Barton Line. Area call verbal dispute. Unknown if it's inside a written establishment or not. Just be advised they came in through 911. When they tried to get a business name, they were unable to get one. I'm gonna see if I can get the call or call. See if I can get further.
Thank you, Alice. Yeah, Eric, back in the day, we used to play outside. We had, during the summer, we'd have baseball games, and during the fall, we'd play football games. Prospect Park. They've been quiet. What's going on there? One thing I never was good at was basketball. I sucked at it. Every time they used to pick sides, I would never get picked. I don't blame them either. Don't pick me if you want to get a chance to win your basketball game. Well, Prospect Park, that's a small town here north of Patterson. I think they're just trolling us. Prospect Park probably said, "Oh, let's key the mic. There's someone live streaming. Let's key the mic just to mess with them." I would do that if I was like a dispatcher, and I knew that there was somebody live streaming the transmissions, and that my city was one of them. I would key the mic just to mess with them. Oh wow, that's cool, Sean. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, I think Prospect Park is messing with us. Somebody there is messing with us. They said, "Let me just key the mic. Let me key the mic for those nosy people." We're not nosy. We're community minded. Oop, Passaic Fire Dispatch.
Engine 3, Engine 1, Ladder 1. Response to 198 President Street on an alarm activation. Battalion 1, Engine 3, Engine 1, Ladder 1. Response to 198 President Street on an alarm activation. Cross streets are Hope and Schneider. Time now is 21:25.
Alarm activation. What I've noticed and what I've listening to the scanner for so long, and I probably said this last week, when it's a fire alarm, usually it's going to be nothing. But when they say possible fire or possible structure fire, then there might be something. Hackensack Police comes in very low. That's right, Sean, back in the 70s and 80s, yep. Can't believe May is almost over and June is going to be starting soon. Yep, it's quiet in Hackensack. So I do have, we were talking about Color Road earlier in the stream. I did do a quick video on Color Road, so you guys can check that out.
6950.
I think it's like a 3-minute video of, because Color Road is not that long. It does feel like April, Sean, you're right. April showers. Because it's raining here in our neck of the woods. But that Color Road video is about 3 minutes long. And it's just showing how Color Road looks today. I also have a cruising in South Patterson. I was in South Patterson the other day. So I got a video there. At least a updated video. Because I've done South Patterson plenty of times. But I love the progression that you can see on the channel of different buildings, things that have changed since the last video. So those are always good. So the next couple of videos that are going up on the channel are Patterson based. So hopefully you guys will enjoy those. And of course the baseball games. Got the Mets playing in 2000 again. Sake Fire in the house.
One injury responding.
Oh, look, I can actually show you. You can see. Let me see if I can show this to you. Where are we? Hold on 1 second. Let me show this to you. Just to give you an update.
04 going to Union
Let's
Avenue, you're being
see.
canceled.
Let's see. Where are we? So this one here, we're going to be in Patterson. That's going up on the 24th, the Patterson Drive, Rosa Parks, Vreeland Ave and Park Avenue. Of course, you got that Mets 2000s gameplay. That's episode 4. And that's the Color Road video right there. And of course, game 5, 2000s. I want to thank you guys for watching those, by the way. I know a lot of you are not baseball fans. And then the next one is this guy, South Patterson. That's the South Patterson one. And then episode 6. And last but not least, May 30th is Patterson, New Jersey. So just giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what's coming up on the channel as we listen to the scanner.
EMS3, we'll take that same time. We're available.
Just letting you guys know, and of course, thanking you guys for your continued viewership of the channel.
So the radio's fine. It was on my end.
Oh, East Orange. There's 3 oranges, right? East Orange, West Orange, and Orange. Orange, you glad I know that?
Engine 13 available.
So many orange jokes.
Uniform, Romeo Echo. As we stated before, we're going to have to reach out for a rig for you.
Ringwood 220.
Oh, Ringwood in the house. What can possibly be going on in Ringwood?
Can you head over to 13 Edgewood Road? I got a report from the party stating that he heard either shots or fireworks.
Whoa. Well, that's pretty scary. Shots in Ringwood? Could be fireworks? All right, we'll monitor that for a little bit. Ringwood is beautiful up there. Wow, Eric, I remember that. I remember Stearns. I used to work for their distribution company back in the late 90s, and I was their corporate investigator. One of the cases we had was one of our truck drivers delivered to Stearns, I believe it was, and he backed into the bay door, and he opened one of the boxes and took out merchandise, and we got a phone call from the store security. And when the driver came back to the site, we were ready to bring him into the security office to speak to him. And sure enough, he admitted to stealing merchandise. These guys were Teamsters, so what a dumb mistake to lose your job and get arrested for stealing merchandise at the Stearns bay doors. Oh yeah, I used to have the Stearns credit card. I used to buy everything there. Oh wow, Alice, he's checking out the batteries. That's pretty cool. Those actually are really good, those Jackeries. We're monitoring Ringwood right now. If you just checked in, there was a dispatch, a party called saying they heard gunshots or fireworks. They're not sure. So we got a few extra folks that have jumped on. So thank you for joining. It's live from New Jersey. It's Saturday night. Sorry, I got to say that as often as I can. I love saying that. I remember the very first episode. I watched the very first episode. I'll never forget it. It was George Carlin. And I forget who the music act was. She was that song. She's just 17. At 17, la da da dee. It was like a folk song. But George Carlin was the first comedian. Let me see if I can Google it. I remember I was a kid listening to that. SNL first musical act. There was a lady playing the guitar. Janice Ian. Yep. I forgot about Billy Preston though, but definitely I remember Janice Ian. She was singing at 17. Sometimes, Alice, they have sales on those Jackeries. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I just love them. They're so helpful to have. The one I showed you is very small, and you can bring that with you to like the beach. I vaguely remember SCTV. I also remember Mad TV.
13th and error.
Uh-oh, let's see what happens with the shots fired, or possible shots in Ringwood. Doesn't sound like there's anything major going on there with the shots, possible shots. Probably fireworks. So it's funny, I get these things on the chat that has like the number 3, number 2, number 1 next to them. I don't know what those mean. I don't like that YouTube ranks certain people. I don't think that's fair. Everyone's equal. Oh, here we go. Nope, nothing. He keyed the mic just to mess with us. No lie, if I was a police officer and I knew there was a YouTube channel monitoring us, I would key the mic just to mess with them. Nope, nothing is going on. Well, that's a good thing. We don't want anyone getting shot. Hey, Titus, your friend used to do that. He used to bring his attitude to the beach. I would have probably have stayed away from your friend. I don't want to make him mad.
1073 College Park.
It's funny because when you hear someone that has an attitude, right, people will probably like push back on them. Not me. You have an attitude, I'm not going to mess with you, man. That person might be having a bad day. I'll walk away. I don't want to end up on one of these transmissions over here.
Correct address is going to be 61
61
Maple Ave.
Maple Ave, Hackensack Police. I wonder if there's if I can program a delay in these transmissions, because sometimes there's a response to a call, but because there's no delay, the scanner will just continue scanning. Oh,
3237 is a 1013. And for West 132 on Lennox, or for pursuit, units request an additional to that location.
This is citywide, New York City Police. I'm going to keep the citywide channel going for a minute. There's like 3 of them on here. There's another one, citywide 3. Oh, it's coming in so choppy. All right, let's go back to regular scanning.
Checking Watson.
2138.
I'll post on Thursday or Friday. This up here, you're asking about, Titus, right there, that little lock symbol?
What's the skiing on AM?
Oh, I love a bakery, Sean. I'm not sure. Let me see something. Let me click on it. Screen locked. So that means I could lock the screen. So does that mean I can't touch anything? Yeah. So that's the lock screen.
And as for the callback doesn't.
I didn't even know that.
You don't have anything at the location, correct?
All right, I'm gonna unlock it so that I can access my screen.
9098.
Imagine it says you need an unlock code. And then I gotta call Uniden to get an unlock code. Ooh, Fort Lee's back. They didn't say much, though. I love a good bakery, Sean. I love the Italian pastries. They have a bakery. They have a bakery here in Garfield. Every time I go, I'll spend like $70 on pastries.
Larry, I'm calling you guys. Just letting you know that 220 and I will be out on foot on Edgewood.
Oh, so the officers on Ringwood are out on foot. They're responding to shots, possible shots or fireworks. But we'll keep those on for a moment. Still pretty quiet.
13 for them.
10-4.
I don't remember that bakery, Jared. I know there's Venice Bakery and something chocolates right next door. I can't remember the name, though. Gonna allow the this might be the best time in the show to put on the entire playlist to see what pops off. So let's go here. Let's manage the list. If you guys ever decide to get a Home Patrol 2, you can think of this as a tutorial as well. All right, so select database to monitor. We're only gonna go just do this one. That's gonna be like 1,000,000 channels. Hey, Sean, I'm wondering if that's like hunters or people like shooting in their backyards. Yes, Titus, when you see the top, that's the system that's scanning. Yeah, and I'll show you that here in a moment. It's loading the full database. Now, what this is doing is every single channel that this thing can access, it's going to be listening to it. So many channels are selected. Yeah, of course. Yep. So now this is Bergen County, and then this is the city, and then this is the actual channel. And you can stop them at any time. And you can actually go here, and then there's see Lodi dispatch.
Go ahead.
Ooh, Lodi. I don't think I have this in this.
Is that 362 North Main Street, crime in progress?
Ooh, crime in progress. I'm going to show you something cool we can do here.
Negative. Close reporting just occurred. I'm still gathering further information.
I'm going to show you what we can do here. We're going to click this little yellow button. We're going to go to advanced, add to favorite lists, saving channel to favorite lists. And we're going to go new, and we're going to add Lodi. Oops. Accept. And then we're going to click it and add it. So we're going to save that channel to Lodi.
Able to break from the 39 Washington Street noise complaint.
Got a noise complaint in Lodi. And as you push that particular top bar and the second bar, Lodi,
3187, 3157.
right now you're going to hear anything that's coming in from Lodi. I took this to Wildwood one summer.
I'll be out north of you.
I was able to listen to the Marine
2 North
channels.
Main Street. Callers reporting a possible car burglary across the street from her just occurred. Said actor was a white male in dark jeans and a white t-shirt. Gonna attempt to call her back and gather further information.
Maybe he just left his keys in the car. He was trying to get into his car. So we've added Lodi to the favorites list. I just don't know if it's toggled on for the purpose of scanning. Let's hang out in Lodi for a little while. So Titus, when you see Passaic at the top, it usually means those are the channels that are on my favorites list, not necessarily scanning the entire county. When I'm doing the full database, then yes, like right now I'm scanning the full database. So right now this is I locked it into Lodi. When I take this off, it's gonna scan everything that's in that county. So we're going to turn off Lodi, and now we're going to see everything that anything that happens in Bergen County is going to come up here.
Let
me bring up the volume a little bit. Yeah, this has been a hobby of mine for many years. And you can also go to the next county by just clicking this and then going to next. So East Orange City, Fort Lee Borough is next, Jersey City, the entire city, Montclair Township, Morris County, New Jersey Interoperability, New Jersey Turnpike, toll road. That's pretty cool. I didn't know we could pick up the toll road patrol operations.
8399. I just went over the bridge. I'm seeing a leg down. I'm going to check the southbound side.
Ooh, Garden State Parkway. Oh, this is a good one. Let's save that. Advanced. Add to favorite list. Other list. New. GSP. And Turnpike. Oops. TURNP. Anything for the Turnpike and GSP, I'll put it in this list. So let's accept it. GSP Turnpike, add it there. Okay. And listen. That's pretty cool. We can hear some stuff on the Parkway and the Turnpike. How nosy are we? Or me, anyway. Again, it's 9:49 p.m. Probably not a lot of stuff at the moment. Let's go to the next. Oh, what's that? Oh, let's go to the next one. Union City, Verona Township, Wayne Township, West Orange, New York. Oh, something happened there. EMS, Rockland County. Probably won't be able to hear anything from Rockland County. Unless there was a big city up there that transmits past 20 miles. Let's go next. Westchester. Catskill, Delaware Water. Whoa. Federal. Let's see what kind of stuff they have in Federal. Yeah, Bearcat, Sean, those are good scanners. And this is only, I'm only using, if you see this antenna here, let me show you. This is the the antenna that comes with it. I don't even have a cone antenna. Let me bring this back out. This is just a little antenna that came with the unit. Since I don't own this house, I can't really mount anything on the roof. But if I owned this house, I would mount a cone antenna and different megahertz antennas to capture things further or farther. Right, Department of, let me see, this is the federal database that you can pick up. Chances are there probably won't be much on this, on these frequencies. Let me go next. Oh wait, I don't want to mute. Hold on. There we go. Let me go next. Postal Service. Let me turn the bottom part off. Department of Veterans Affairs. What's next? Oops. Previous. Oh, nothing's going on. Hold on. How about here? Montrose VA Police Fire. All right, let me next. The MTA, the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority. Sean, I remember I had a Crystal programmable scanner. Oh, Medevac. So there's so much stuff, a lot of stuff to be able to scan. Right now we're scanning the full database. We'll do this for a while. At Irvington. Brooklyn EMS. I would like to get a stronger antenna if I could.
103 receiving unconfirmed 1030 outside Holders Avenue and 107 Avenue. 107 Holders Avenue. Mill States Bourbon Tax Payment money was taken for following 177 and 106.
That's cool, Sean.
Wearing gray clothing, no further information given.
I think I have that scanner with a crystal on it. I did a video on the channel years ago before I started uploading Patterson videos. I gotta find that. Let me see if I can find that.
Respond PD to Walmart lot from pedestrian truck.
Oh, someone struck.
8593 received already on route.
Okay, I found it. Check this out. Hold on. Vintage police scanner. Let me see something. Let me hit play on that. Hold on, let me raise the volume here. Oops. Hold on. I'll get it. All right, check this out. Check out this vintage scanner.
Police scanner from the 70s, I believe the mid-1970s. It runs on crystals. It's not programmable like the new police scanners.
This was 15 years ago.
And it's got 4 channels. And you can buy crystals at hobby stores. This is the case. Let me see if I can get this out. And this is where the crystals go in. You have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think you can see the.
I believe I have.
Can you see the?
2 police departments and one fire department, Crystal. The other one there is not working, I believe. And this thing came with a little sticker that I believe showed the frequencies. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of blurry. But those are the crystals that go into the scanner. I picked this up from a friend. Don't remember how much. Let's see if I can close it.
I think I picked it up for like $25.
And the way this works is you have your basic manual and scan. Right now, this is on the off position. If we push this button down, it'll scan all four of these if these buttons are pushed up. And then if you just want to listen to one, you push this button down and you just listen to whichever one you have. I currently have them all four pushed up so that when I push this down to scan, it's going to allow the scanner to roll through all channels and stop at whatever channel has activity. So let's fire it up and see what we got.
Right, Sean? That's pretty cool.
And this is from, I believe, the mid-70s. It's in good condition. And it's one of my favorite pieces in my vintage collection.
Up car 482 Cathay on the 16th.
The sound was pretty good too.
For that tag, negative 5,1101 Acura 4-door color green. Cathay Road City, female 40.
And I had another, let me bring up the other one that I had as well. Let me see if I can find that other one. Oh yeah, this was the other one. This was my, oh, this was the audio. Oh, this was, let me see, let me hit play. Whoa, that's loud. What is this one? Hold on. Oh, so this is actually on my channel as well as a YouTube short. I have this scanner. It's in the other room. So you can see, as you can see, I've been doing this for a very long time. Oh, Lincoln Park. Hold on. What's going on there? My son used to live in Lincoln Park before he moved to Montville. Oh, nothing's going on. Yeah, right? When you had that scanner, it did have that feel to it. What's going on in Lincoln Park?
I copy that. Comes back to an aerial upgrade at this Blanco. She's out with her.
Oh man, I'm glad. See, I didn't even notice that they had they were running a driver's license and you would hear someone's name. I try to mute those out as much as I can if I know it's coming. All right, let's put the main channels on. Ooh, what's that? What was that? I saw like a red text. You never know when you're listening to these scanners, like a really big incident might happen that becomes like national news later.
11.
possible for you to try the call back again?
Let me put back the regular list. Patterson, I turn that off. Garfield, Newark, Elmwood Park, Essex County. Anything that's capitalized are the recent ones that I've entered. Ringwood, New York. Boonton was quiet. I don't think we heard anything in Boonton. We can get all these agencies. Oh wait, I missed one. These are agencies that I've gotten transmissions from. We're gonna put Lodi and GSP and Turnpike. That's the new addition for tonight. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Accept. And we're gonna hit listen here in a moment, and we'll go for another 30 minutes. A 2.5-hour show. That's not too bad. Let's listen. Let's listen in and be nosy.
Sorry, winner. Civilian 459. Cardiac arrest.
Got Karlstad, EMS, dispatch. Wait, that kind of feels like that's the whole list. Oh no, wait. I think I added a few.
390.
You can't really hear Hackensack that much.
37 receives, also Tango 12. 290.
Oh yeah, that's right. That NJ interoperability. That's the one with the Garden State Parkway and the Turnpike. Got Patterson in the house, P-Town. Let's stay on Patterson for a while. See what's going on. We'll give Patterson some screen time. Hey Sean, how old is the Lafayette radio that you have? Oh, that's awesome. Those are the best ones. That's nice and vintage. We're going to keep Patterson on for a while. This is the other radio that's coming into the screen right now. This is the one I did the video on. Elmwood Park, Fireground. And I can't tell, is this is a pro something.
It's been over a half hour. Can you just contact Citywide one more time, please?
These are the frequencies on the back. This is an oldie but goodie. And this one was from Radio Shack.
Dispatch to 5105.
There's PD2. He looks like it's a scanner that's sneaking in and saying, hello, everyone. And then walking back and then coming back out of frame. The good thing about this particular one is that you can, you have rechargeables. And then you can recharge the batteries and you can use them.
Receive it, 2205.
We go plug this back up. I also have a, yeah, you're right, Sean, I miss Radio Shack. I also have a base scanner next to my nightstand. Those are the best, the rechargeable ones. I have a rechargeable a device. So I got this recharge, was a little dusty. I gotta dust this. Yeah, it's really bad. But this one here, it has that connection there, and it recharges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 batteries at one time, and you can actually charge the AAAs and the AA's. Sorry, it's so dusty. Just goes to show you, I haven't used this that much.
MS4 transporting 1 to Joe's Patterson.
Transfer. Received. It's transporting at 2207.
So this one I keep plugged up, and then when I need, 9182, end of third quarter. Thanks, Eric. I really should be watching it too. Let me go put this battery case back.
TMS 3.
3.
Attention, Engine 3, EMS 3, start responding to Route 80 West, mile marker 57 Charlie. That's going to be MVA with injury.
Oh boy.
2208.
Route 80, accident with injuries. Never good to hear that.
EMS 7, dispatch 7's out of Joe's Wing.
So I have an app that I watch a lot of sports and movies on, and it's let me show this guy to you guys. It's, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. If you just go to your browser and you type in the TV app.to, and you'll get this. You get live TV, you got NBA, MLB. So let's say you want to watch the NBA finals, and you come over here to this thing here, you click on it. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so, and then you, let me see. It's just a commercial right now, so can't get copyright strike on that.
Throughout our massive 3-building campus. Plus, get 0 down and 0% financing for 24 months or a 6.75% cash discount. And plus, about free delivery on qualifying purchases. Hurry for our selection and 0 loan on doorbusters wherever you're inside and outside your home. And get 24 months, 0% financing or 6.75 cash discount.
Hopefully the commercial will be over soon.
Wayside Furniture and Mattress, keeping it local since 1937.
I've got a large veggie lovers here for Vanessa.
Hang on just a sec.
Vanessa has insuranoia. She's gone to great lengths to protect her home, so she never has to deal with her insurance company.
What, you got alligators in here? Oh, you do?
She should have in JM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders.
Did you bring my vegan wings?
Yeah.
What about your tail?
They don't bite. Sometimes the commercials are hilarious. There you go. I don't want to get a copyright strike. Let me show you a few other things. So let's say you want to watch a baseball game. You go to MLB and you can see all these baseball games. The time is 10 o'clock. So these are all the games that are playing now. Yeah, Sean, those are the worst, man. It's dangerous for you guys. All right, let's say you want to watch the San Diego Padres. There you go. During the NFL season, I'll be watching that stuff. The other cool feature is the live TV app. Check out the channels you guys would get. This is free, by the way. My favorite one is, oh, you get Disney Channel East. What's on there? And then you have, well, my favorite would be this guy right here, Investigation Discovery. No matter what, when you enter this, you're gonna get like really good episode. Of course, you can make it a big full screen. Two-car MVA, by the way. Of course, I'm not going to let the program play so we don't get a copyright strike. It's so many ads. I love that commercial, Titus. Or Alice, I love that commercial. Where she said the alligators don't bite. I can check that too, Titus, if you like. I think the Mets game is over probably, though. This would be cool to do, to watch a movie with you guys, but we'll get copyright strikes on it. That still would be cool. We could watch a movie and laugh about the movie and the scenes. Sorry, you're watching a commercial. That sucks. That's all right, Titus. I'm actually curious. That sucks. You go on a live stream and you got to see ads. You can't get away from the ads, not even on a YouTube live stream. That sucks. On the live stream, guys, do you guys get the ads from YouTube?
Today's topic, menopause. Sorry. Hi.
This is what irks me. All these commercials. I understand that they have to get revenue to make their shows, but still.
That's you sitting back there. Okay, yeah. Sit on down. Look under your seat. What you got? Menopause.
Every time we drive.
All right, we'll come back to that. Hopefully the TV show will come on. So there's there's a two-car accident.
The Subaru Outback, built to achieve the highest safety ratings possible. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get 2.9% APR financing on select new Subaru Outback models.
Progressive. Those are good. The Progressive ads are pretty funny. I'm just waiting for Investigate Discovery.
It takes one day
exclusive high-density Verograph technology.
Okay, cool.
Natural hairline. Margaret gave me back my real hair in one day. We're giving away a free real hair starter kit and a $300 gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Bosley has performed over 500,000 procedures for men and women.
Yeah, I hope so, Jared. Those ads can be pretty annoying, but I do understand because they do support the channel, and I use the revenue for car repairs for the driving videos and gasoline for the car. So it helps to keep everything free for everyone. Yeah, you're right, Titus. The dad jokes. Man, so many commercials on TLC. And I think we're getting ready to, let me see. Here we go. Here we go.
This morning, I think I'm waking up to a new chapter in my life. I'll name it Gary.
This is Investigate Discovery. So this is actually a pretty, let me turn this around. So let me go back to live TV. Let's say you want to watch AMC. That's AMC. Let's see, what else? Let me back up. I don't want to get a copyright strike. How about, what else? We got Fox Sports. What's there?
All over the planet are here in Las Vegas to describe the final draw to 600.
Here you can see the guide and what's there.
The draw for the World Cup was kind of surreal because I had seen it before.
So this is pretty cool. You got live TV, you got the NBA, NHL. Is hockey going on right now? Oh yeah, the Montreal. Oh, this one's probably finished. So yeah, if you're interested in this, let me bring you there. Hold on one second. Patterson's quiet right now. So if you're interested in checking out those, it's the tvapp.to. It's completely free. And you get access to a lot of cable channels and almost all your sports. So if you want to check that out, you may. See, little things you learn when you follow Adventures with Freddy. You may already know about this. I'm not sure. Let me know if you knew about this already. If not, hopefully this helps. I have a friend who watches all the baseball games unlocked for free and the NFL games unlocked for free. Keep those on the DL though, because you know, too many people know about this and you never know, they might get shut down. But for now, you can watch all this stuff. Let me see, what else? You can watch CBS Sports Network, Cinemax. You have Cinemax for free. So there's some movie. What's that? Monster-in-Law. That's the movie that's playing right now. See? Hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know if you do. I'd be pretty interested to know if that helped you. And of course, just so you know, you're not doing anything illegal. As long as you don't download any of these shows, you can watch all that stuff for free. If they shut it down, they shut it down. But if they don't, enjoy it. It's free. Sports. I watch all of any baseball game I want. I can watch it on there. Any football game. As you can tell, we got the Knicks game. I could watch on there if I want. It's good stuff. In fact, you know what I'm wondering? Why would they give you a copyright strike, right? If you want to watch a Knicks game, you type on NBA here, click on it. And then, of course, there's only one game on right now. And why would it be bad? It's like the URL, you can type in the tvapp.to, and then you can save that page to your bookmarks. And this way you can watch that on your TV or on a tablet or on a computer or on a phone, anywhere. You can watch anywhere, anytime. As Patterson is kind of quiet right now. There's no fire. There's no EMS calls. I was saying this a lot last year. Thanks, Alice. Let me know. Yeah. I know a friend of mine, I told him about that. He loves it. He watches all the NFL games, all the baseball games. Every now and then he'll put on Discovery Channel or AMC. You got TBS. You got a lot of your cable channels on there. You got Lifetime, Disney, Disney Plus. Well, not Disney Plus, but just Disney East. There's a bunch. You guys can check it out for yourselves. Let me know how you make out. All right, Patterson has been quiet, so we're going to go to the next one. We'll probably sign off here at 10:30 Eastern Time. I do hope you guys enjoy the live stream. I mean, the scanner is just secondary. I just like hanging out with you guys. And just so you know, I do have the Knicks game on right now. Yeah, I just don't want to leave it on the live so I don't get a copyright strike. But I'm watching it as I'm listening to the scanner. And that's the beauty of these live streams. You don't have to watch the actual live stream. You can enjoy the Knicks game or the basketball game, or if you're watching a movie, you can enjoy it. And every now and then you'll get a police dispatch in the background. Oh, intoxicated person. That's not a crime. Oh, maybe they're like really like too intoxicated and they're falling all over themselves. You're welcome, Jared. I hope you enjoy it.
CPR progress.
Eric, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, not a lot of people know about that site.
We are 82 to hospital 77 with a cardiac arrest.
Look at that, get some nice. You can even try that tvpass.org. Also has some funny stuff on there. You can watch a lot of things on there as well. Oh. But I'm going to be, it's also here. I'm watching it in the background. It's a little bit like a minute behind. Check it out. 96-86. 9 minutes left to go in the quarter. How cool is that? It's so sad that as a Mets fan, I don't get to see my Mets in the playoffs on this app that much. I know I have a few Mets fans on the channel. I think Don Jones is one of them. He watches the Mets games that I put on the channel. And I hope you guys are watching it too. If for any reason, just to support the channel, because it really does help. Ringwood's back in the house. They had a shots fired possible call earlier, which might have just been fireworks. I don't think anyone is practicing target shooting at night. All right, the next 102-88. Yeah, the beauty of this app is you can watch any baseball game, out of market, in market, anything in between. And then during the NFL season, you can watch any football game you want. Put that puppy on a big screen, on your TV, big screen, on your Fire Sticks, website, internet app, and you can watch anything on the big screen. It's pretty cool. I hope they never shut it down.
Yeah, that don't look like East her.
Oh, Maywood. That's their first time on the channel. For the last 2 minutes, we'll put on Patterson, and then we'll call it a night. You guys can sleep if you want to. Those of you out in the Midwest and in California, it's probably still really early. So this is the Eastern Conference Finals. It's not even the big series yet. Sorry, ladies. You get guys talking sports, forget it. The conversation turns real quick. Nope. Oh, Maywood just said, you know what? We're going to be quiet. So my original plan was to just have a 1-hour show. And, you know, it's hard sometimes because there's so much stuff going on the scanner. Yeah, 12 to 1 is not too bad. I could just imagine these scanners like at 2 in the morning to like 3 or 4 in the morning. North Bergen again.
I'm going to be clear from here. That night party was at 217 Columbus Place. We just speaking on the phone.
I remember having a package that I used to pay for streaming with sports and things like that, and it just got to be so expensive that I discontinued it. All right, let's get Patterson back on for the last minute. Can we get Patterson back up? Oops. Next. Oh, yep, there it is. Passaic. Excellent. We'll leave Patterson on for the next couple of minutes here, see if anything pops off. Guys, as we wind down the show, I want to thank you guys. Remember the 4 YouTube commandments: like, share, subscribe, and comment. I do hope you guys are enjoying the uploads, the games that we put up, the travel vlogs. We went to Clifton. I hope you guys have a great night. Titus, I had a ball with you guys. Always a good time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Memorial Day. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me as I enjoy my hobby. And I hope you guys have a blessed night, a good night, and an awesome Memorial Day. And we'll see you on the next video.